with it. You must be serious with it. If you're a businessman, you know every night you must sit down and take stock of give accounts. How much did I make today? How much did I spend today? What is tomorrow going to bring? Is there not? But this is with Allah. You must have this sheet of paper between your Ramadan. So you now do physical exercise 15 minutes daily. Don't say it's Ramadan. I don't want to lose my energy. Constantly renewal of intention. Your intention must be made on daily basis. Must be making your intention on daily basis. Salat Subuh. Now the standard for Salat Subuh is that it must be done in the mosque. For women, you can do it at home because your Salat at home is better than the one you do in the mosque. So, standard for Salat is that you do it in Jama. You don't have to repay. If you miss the Salat behind the Imam, you miss one rakah, you are not going to score yourself fully. It's half. It's called half. Yeah. Into Salat Zulu, Salat Asr, Maghrib, Isha. Qiyamul Layl. You will do Tarawih and you also do Tahajjud. Tarawih is the one you do immediately after Isha, and Tahajjud is what you do at night when you wake up. But if you like, you can observe Tahajjud. If you like, you may not. For Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they will not exceed 11 rakah. 8 rakah Tahajjud, 3 rakah witr. So you can make your choice. Then Nawafil. We have a lot of Nawafil in Ramadan. You have Rawatib. Rawatib are those adjoining Nafla. So you'll be making prayers. You have 2 before Subuh, 4 before Zuhur, 2 after Zuhur. How many? 8. 2 after Maghrib and 2 after Isha. Making 12. Making 12. What? Before Asri. And that one before Asri is not as powerful as the one you do as other. You can do it too. I'm not saying you cannot do it too. But this is basic. This is minimum that you should be able to do. Then with 3 rakah. You know that. You must observe it. Then you have Salatul Duha. I put 4 there. I put 4 rakah there. But you can do 2. I do 2. Because you see in Islam, it is not how much that matters, but how consistent. But I know 2, there's no word that will come that I will not be able to do 2. So I stick to 2. Even though sometimes I have time to do 100, but I will stick to that 2. So that's what Allah is interested in. Consistency. Because if I do 100 today, and if it is only by next that I can only do another 4, it doesn't go well. But that 2, I know. I know that I can't miss that 2. So, you have Salatul Tawbah. That's before you sleep. The last Salat you observe before you go and sleep. Salatul Tawbah. You have to do it. And then Salatul Hajjah. You do Hajjah when you have important matters before you. And you need Allah's guidance to enable you to overcome them. So, you have Tilawatul Quran. 2 juzu daily. Can you do that? Is that possible? Yes. 1, okay, you can take 1. That means you must finish the Quran once in a month, in Ramadan. So, then you have Tabizu or Riyasal of Juzu Amma. You must memorize the Quran. You must memorize the Quran. Don't think it's for our our children. Many of us have given up. Aren't we? Yes. Have given up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. How old are you that you are giving up? How old was Rasulullah when he started with the Quran? He was 40 already. I mean, all of them, many of them were old. So please, don't give up. If your child is doing it, you are doing it. So that your child can have something to emulate. And you can be a good teacher, a good model. And the best way you can impact on your children is through practical example. See me doing it. My child saw me doing it. You see, what you do, not what you tell your children that really matters, but what Baba actually does is what will impact on them, not what you tell them. What you do. Your children know that immediately you observe Subi, the next thing is the Quran. They learn it. When Baba leaves the mosque, gets home from the mosque, the next thing he does is the Quran. But Baba is used to every day, when he goes for Maghrib, he won't come back until Isha. And what is he doing? Reading the Quran. That's what my father does. It's in their memory. And ditto their mother. What you say, what you do, how you do. Many of us now, can't we quote our parents? We can quote our parents. We can know this. You tell your children how your parents brought you up, what you learned from them. So, you have the Adab. You can choose any surah in the Quran that you are going to study for the whole month. That when you leave Ramadan, you can think of, yes, Alhamdulillah, Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5 of the Quran, I already understand it. I know what Allah is saying there. I know the themes of discussion in Surah Al-Ma'idah. You can choose Surah Al-Nisa. You can choose Surah Al-Ikhlas. You can choose any surah that is convenient for you. I just put some surahs there. It's not convenient, it has to be no surah. The memorization of new ifs. The earlier one is Muraja, trying to recall what you have memorized in the past so that you don't forget. And then we are talking of new memorization and new verses you are memorizing. Then, attending listening to tafsir. You understand? You can create a time. Sit down with the Quran. Go to your mosque or wherever. Then Azkar al-Mazkurat. You do Azkar after Fajr. You do Azkar after Asr. You know? Then, Talim. La ilaha illallah. Ramadan, 1,000 daily. Tahmid, Alhamdulillah, 1,000 daily. Tasbih, 1,000 daily. Salatul ala nabi, 1,000 daily. Then others, 1,000 daily. It's possible, my brothers and sisters, very possible. Then you look at it. Sadaqah. Sadaqah. You must have how much am I going to spend? Maybe on the Malam on the street or the Agolowo in the masjid. Betimal. You have how much am I going to? Is it 50 naira a day or 10 naira or 20 naira? Make it a daily practice. And then others. Then join iftar with your family. It's important. With your brothers. You know, we exchange invitations among ourselves. It's part of it. And then with your family, not that you break the fast on Third Mainland Bridge. That's not what we are saying. You must make effort. If you cannot have annual leave in Ramadan, if I were you, you try to make sure that your annual leave falls within Ramadan before you can enjoy all the things. But even though you cannot have your leave, I'm sure if you have good relationship with your colleagues in office, your boss, if you have been very diligent before, they will understand Ramadan for you. They will say, okay, you can do this thing. And you can make up all this. Because this Ramadan will have to do it as if we will not live till next Ramadan. That's the best attitude we can ever have. As if we will not live till next Ramadan. The first one mentioned that to remember as we live till next Ramadan. Then with relatives, then your extended families, how do we relate with them? Many of us will ask us about them. Your mother, your uncle, your nephew, all of them. Visit them. Even carry the iftar to their houses and sit with them. Huh? So that whatever they have, let them bring it. If it's water, drink it. It does what? It promotes the togetherness in the family. Huh? So your daily duties now. Now, you provide a thought. You must have the development that I must feed those who are fasting. You must compete for that. Whether it's food, and life has made simpler now. There are groups that have tickets. You want to feed one individual person. You can just say, okay, how much does it take to feed one person? 300 naira. So I will say, okay, 300 times 30. How much is that? 9,000 naira. You can buy all the tickets and send. So that means you just tick everything. You score 100% there. Then you look at fruits. Maybe you have to go and buy the fruits and then you have some people that will do it for you. Because this is Al-Jannah, it's a trading with Allah. You don't take it with, it's not important. It's important because you want to maximize the gains in Ramadan. If there's anything that will take you closer to Allah, you are ready to do it because you will never have another Ramadan. So that's the attitude. Then, visitations. So, righteous people in your neighborhood, maybe the imam of your neighborhood, visit them. Afar in your neighborhood, visit them. Those who are older than you in Islam, visit them, relatives, neighbors, couple. We visit the graveyard too. We try maybe once in the whole month. We just make sure we visit those who are already dead. So we do with someone and them. There was hospitals. We go to hospitals. Some people they wanted to fast, but they could not fast because of their health. You go there and make them happy. It's part of the spirit of Ramadan. Then also, your brothers and sisters too. How much do we visit ourselves? We are always busy. And we do all the friendship on the phone. Just pay yourself surprise visit. Surprise visit. Why are you here? I just say, I must visit you today. Me? Alhamdulillah. You can see how that brotherhood will be enhanced for that. Then, dua. In your dua, who do you pray for? Do you pray for Islam, the greatness of Islam? Do you pray, you have to do this dua when you are doing sahur. It's the time that prayer is accepted by Allah. Then, be taught, before you break the fast, be patient. Be patient. Many of times we are not patient. When the food is there, you start, our calculation is low. Just 7 o'clock. You're looking at the time. Then, you don't even remember to do please, create, let's say, 15 minutes. You understand? Have the book of dua. Let it always be in your pocket. That anytime the thought is coming 15 minutes to the time, you start making dua. Make dua for your relatives, about your neighbors, how your neighbors will be more for Islam. How will the non-Muslims in your neighborhood become Muslims? Through you. You have to pray for that too. And then, spreading good and exhortations. It will be in congregation, attending programs like this. And then, or it will be interpersonal. Then, regular acts, eating, because the action of prophetic acts. Make sure the way you eat is according to the sunnah. The way you clothe yourself according to the sunnah. And the way you sleep, the way you leave house and you enter house, make sure the dua that Rasulullah taught us, you are abiding by them. Then, observation of your moral behavior, avoiding arguments, avoid premixing of the opposite sex, lowering of your gaze. Then, read books. Also, the book will be on dawah, will be on the prophet, the life of the prophet, or would be, you can decide and say, inshallah, this Ramadan, I want to know burial rights in Islam. That's what I want to know. In this Ramadan, I want to read everything that's available from burial rights in Islam. You can even say, no, I want to know inheritance in Islam. That's what I want to know. I want to know the legal parliament in Islam. How does Islam say we should do these things? So that at the end of the month, you have something to point to as your achievement. Because if you don't have all these things ruled out, tendency is that the Ramadan will just go, and then it will just go like that. So, listening to news, you have to listen to the news. Whether it's Popo, New Way, or whatever, make sure you are current in your country, the international Muslim world, you know what is happening there. Create time to know what others are going through, and you pray for the Muslim woman. Then itikaf, you can do it fully, or you can do it partially. Those of you cannot stay in the mosque, you can say retire. When you leave office, you go to the mosque. From there, you go to work the following day. So your itikaf will just be at night. Then etiquette of Eid, Zakatul Fitr, you have to pay it, and going to the Juma in congregation. Then at the end of the day, every day, you must do overall self-assessment, taqwa, al-muhasaba, account yourself, sit down. After you observe, before you observe Salatul Tawbah, ask yourself, since morning up to now, how, that is, because that is when you actually tick this thing. It is the last thing you tick in the night, the day, before you sleep. Before you observe Salatul Tawbah, you bring this sheet out, and you start ticking them, ticking them. So if at the end of the day you score higher, say Alhamdulillah, Allah give me the strength to do better tomorrow. You understand? So at the end of the month, you can now assess yourself to know how much you have gained. May Allah make it easy for us and make us the Ladina Yastanibul Allah for your telling yourself. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. الله أكبر.
جزاكم الله خيرا. So Dr. Yusuf, there is no doubt that he put a lot of effort. So the talk, may Allah accept it as ibadah.
I'll say Jazakumullah khairan to Dr. Tajudeen for preparing us well and putting us in a better spiritual mood for the forthcoming Ramadan, even though we still have about 3 weeks more. I only hope that some of the things we have been told will not let them go into oblivion before the Ramadan starts. I'm quite impressed and I've learned a lot. My own concern is about some of us that the Ramadan period is a peak period when it comes to our daily schedule, and also thinking of also enlightening the Muslim Ummah. How do we consider this work, so to say, when we take it that sometimes we are even pursuing dunya? Do we take it that we are also maximizing the reward of Ramadan? That's number one. Number two is, yes, we have learnt a lot regarding Ramadan, but the non-Muslims are always quick to tell us that, why is it that it's only in the month of Ramadan we exalt and talk about the beauty of Islam? What happens to the other months? I would have also loved the situation where Ramadan being a training month for other months, and how we can take all these things we've learned during Ramadan beyond the month. Thank you very much.
This question I want to ask has been bothering me for some time now. Alhamdulillah that our today's lecturer has said something concerning it. We know it is more rewarding for a woman to say her salat in her husband's house than to say it in masjid. But what happens to a woman that goes for Umrah or Hajj? Is she to stay in a hotel room, to say the salat? Or we know that the reward for saying it in Haram is great, but because Islam has said it's more rewarding when she stays back at home, should she stay in a hotel room to say salat or to go to Haram?
My question is this. I think one of the most rewarding ibadat that we could do during the month of Ramadan is the itikaf. So I want to ask our lecturer to, when we go on itikaf, yes, you have to use laptop, when you are downloading and all stuff. So you want the lecturer to respond to that. So
Yeah, assalamu alaikum wa regarding Ramadan, basically, you've already advised us that we make it a very special month. I want to know what in particular, maybe from your experience, do you believe is most, I think one thing that you gain most from actually preparing like this for Ramadan, from experience, as in just guide us in that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please, I have a question and an observation. My question is on the line to the country. Is it right for any society or a mosque to have chosen a specific day that this is the day we are going to celebrate or we are going to choose for our own Laila to the country even before Ramadan approach? So then my observation is, please, I want to appreciate the effort of this organization, and at the same time I want to encourage us and other society that whenever we want to have a program like this, any special program like this, we have brothers and sisters who are deafs and dumbs, who are blind, and they have their organized body. We have Association of Deaf Muslim Youth. They are in Lagos, they are everywhere. We have Muslim Association of Visually Impaired, and they are alone. No organization is taking care. We are not talking of money this time around, but calling them, inviting them to a program like this.
Alhamdulillah. I take the questions one by one. That how is it possible for us to combine all these activities we have mentioned here with our work? How do we consider it for the women? You see, in Islam, the knowledge of priorities matters. All these deeds, they are okay, but the work to facilitate all these deeds, the reward is higher than all these deeds. What am I saying? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the have said, لأن أمشي في حاجة أخي خير لي من أن أعتكف في هذا المسجد شهرا. That I should go out to meet the need of my brother or my sister is better for me than to do itikaf in this mosque of the Prophet for a whole month. So facilitating the doing of all these things, you are not doing it, but you are facilitating for others to do it. You are automatically sharing in the reward. So the reward you will have to bring this to the minds of the Muslims for them to do it, because in Islam, Adalu ala khair kafa'ili. Somebody who invites to doing good deeds is like the one doing it. Prophet said, if you lay a sunnah, you provide a platform for people to do some ibadat, you will get your reward, and you will have a share in the reward of those who are doing it, without a reduction in their own reward. So if you take it upon yourself to be telling Muslims about all these things, go to this mosque, tell them, go to that mosque, tell them, or you now organize a forum that you will have the maximum reach, that this is how you should spend your Ramadan, this is what you should do, this is what you should not do. That's your job, but you don't even have time to do it. You are getting automatic reward, from all these things. So being a facilitator goes a long way in getting you rewarded for all these things. Secondly, they've asked, non-Muslims have asked, even Muslims too have asked themselves, why is it only Ramadan that we are only active? Why not outside Ramadan? It is a problem of weakness in our faith and weakness in our understanding. Because we are supposed to energize ourselves in Ramadan, and we need to carry that energy throughout the remaining years. I think I will counsel that Muslim groups must be doing regular programs throughout the year, not only in Ramadan. If all the money we spend in telecasts in Ramadan can be spread throughout the year, I think it's better. Do you know why? You will get maximum reward when you spread it throughout the year. Now, look at it this way. How many of us who are exposed will be watching television in Ramadan? What? You would rather be observing Qiyam, you are doing Tajud, you are reading Quran, you are doing things fast. Huh? Without this assignment, how are you going to? So, because to me, it's difficult for me. Because having said you, sometimes, some of these things I'm not able to do in the morning. I shift them to that night. So how can I have time to be watching TV? You understand in Ramadan? Though there are those who watch TV, and I must tell you, these are the people who ordinarily they see people like us as Alashi, that the way we you know, and if all this dawah we do in Ramadan are well packaged, are better packaged for effectiveness, it will have been better. It will have been better if they are better packaged. Do you know what I mean by better packaged? That you are forced to sit down to listen or watch. We don't do this. So people just watch it. Well, I think I will advise that we spread these lectures in television or in the radio throughout, so that the message of Islam keep on reverberating throughout the year, not only in Ramadan. Allah Allah. Then the question is, the salat for women in Umrah, should she remain in a hotel room? Number one, the hotel room is not your home. I mean, the hotel room is not your home. We are talking of the house of your husband, you and your husband and your children. That's your home. And that is where the salat there is better than if you go to the mosque. It's not outrightly saying Muslim women should not go to the mosque. Because sometimes a woman will go to the mosque to learn. Maybe you have the imam that gives good khutbah, good lectures, or you too, you want to enjoy the Quran, listening to the Quran, and you have very good imam in your neighborhood. So because of that, you go to the mosque so that you too can learn more about the Quran and increase your knowledge. But if going to the mosque will constitute fitna, it's better you don't go. So stay in your. So if you go to Umrah, I would rather say it's better you go to the Haram every time. In fact, sleep in the Haram. Because a single salah there is 100,000 than the one you don't do elsewhere. So if I have spent so much to go there, and I'm going to be praying in my room, you are shortchanging yourself. You are shortchanging yourself if you are praying in your hotel room. Also, if you can see the Arab in your front. So what laziness is that? So I would like to shortchange myself. So I'd rather play the Arab. How is itikaf done? You see, itikaf can be done collectively. And when we are doing it collectively, it does not mean that individuals do not have their own privacy. You understand? Individuals can have their own privacy. You understand? And we can draw programs that we'll be doing. There are some that will bring all of us